Hey guys, Brianne Shipman Brown here, physical therapist, CrossFit coach, and wellness coach with Get Your Fix Physical Therapy. So yesterday we talked about how and why the foot and ankle can become weak. Hey Cameron, what's up? Now we're going to talk about why that can contribute to problems all the way up the chain. So not just in that foot and ankle area, but also into the knees, hips, and low back. So first off, forgive my fashion statement right now as my jeans are rolled up. It is 52 degrees here in Phoenix, which means it's cold for me. So I'm wearing jeans and they're rolled up so you can see my ankles. Alright, so when that foot and ankle are weak, basically the arch in this area can't stabilize itself. The ankle can't stabilize itself. And then also, those toes, like I explained, you should have good dexterity in your toes and be able to move them and isolate them, which a lot of people can't do. So, we'll start with when the toes are weak. Ultimately, is it a problem per se? Maybe, maybe not. But because of the muscles that control the toes, when they do get weak, it does cause other issues with stability in that foot area. Also, in theory, we do need a little bit of being able to raise those up in a nice controlled manner every time we do step in order to get that proper clearance. But now we'll just kind of go up into, I'll start in that foot weakness area and how an ankle and how it relates to everything else. So, when you step, you should have good control of that foot and ankle area. That arch should stay somewhat up. Naturally, we have a little bit of pronation through there. As we go into our toe off, getting onto that big toe, stepping through. Hi. Yes, she wants to be on too. So, what happens though is when we have lack of control in that foot and ankle, excuse me, don't go away. When we have lack of control in that foot and ankle area, yes, Cameron, she does, always. What happens is we get this collapse in our foot. So coming from the front, when we don't have control there, we get this collapse inward. When that collapses inward, it puts increased stress on our ankle area. I don't know why that keeps falling. My apologies. There we go. It puts increased stress in that foot and ankle area, or on the inside. We collapse that in, it stretches all of these tissues. Same thing, when we go this way, it causes increased tension on these tissues. Some of you were talking about that posterior tibialis tendon. That comes right in through there as well. So every time you step and you pronate in, you're causing stress on that tendon. Now, going up the chain. When that foot rolls in, I'm going to over-exaggerate it a little bit, but when that foot rolls in, every single step, that knee is also turning in. So it puts increased strain on the inside of this knee area. Along with that, it also causes increased tension on the outside of that hip area coming down through there. So then we go up the chain a little bit further into that hip. Every time you step, we should be in this nice neutral hip position. If that foot turns inward, every step we're rotating that hip inward, causing increased stress on that glute area, those rotators. So then we get, with every step, we get increased stress here, increased stress here, increased stress here, and then those muscles attach to that sacrum into our pelvis, so it can translate up to that back area. Right, Patrick? She's insane right now. She only wants attention when I'm busy with something. So, all the way up that chain, every time that foot collapses in, that leg's going to turn in. Over a couple steps, is that fine? Yes. Over a lot of steps, is that fine? No. The more you do that repetitively, the more increased stress up that chain. That's when we get those repetitive injuries when we're running, when we're jumping, lifting, whatever it may be, depending on what sport you're in, or even just if you're on your feet all day at work. Now, a question came up in a running group yesterday as far as stability shoes. There's some research out more recently that with those stability shoes, couple things. They've actually done biomechanics studies, and we actually have more foot and ankle control when we're barefoot than we do with stability shoes. Those shoes, even though they're supposed to protect us from that motion, they don't. Along with that, I saw another recent study that barefoot versus wearing any shoes, that our proprioceptors, those nerves in our body that tell us where we are in space, they are delayed when we're wearing shoes. So the more built up your shoe is, the more lack of control you have in that ankle. So if you're barefoot, you're more likely to notice that turning in of your ankle if you step on something uneven, quicker and more responsive, less risk of injury than you are if you're wearing a built-up shoe. It's a lot longer for your foot and ankle to gain that response, or to get that response sense. So it's a lot more common to get an ankle sprain in those running shoes, those traditional running shoes, compared to more of a minimalist type shoe. With that said, minimalist and barefoot shoes aren't something you want to jump into right away. You do need to work your way into them, wean your way into them. So there definitely is kind of an art to that, and or a science to that, I should say. If you want more information on that, definitely comment on here below. I'd be happy to talk to you about that. It's something it's that foot and ankle area, and barefoot's my passion. So I've researched a lot. I know a lot about that stuff. So be happy to answer any questions on that if you have them. But yeah, that's kind of the rundown on that foot and ankle, why weakness in there causes everything up the chain to kind of be reactive. Yeah, so that's what I got for you today. I will touch base with you guys again tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Bye.